Hey everyone, welcome to the video that I'm going to be calling the um, March 3rd update for when I post this to YouTube. Primarily the reason I'm making this video is I didn't actually record a update for the 3rd of March because that particular day going through a day. Um, I spent most of that actual day with my hand within Dad's and spending our last moments. But anyway, that being said, I didn't want to have just a blank couple of spots in as in my archive, as I'm just posting, one of these for each day. And so decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and just film something to put in these slots. As I'm filming this is actually the 4th of April. I didn't pick this day to film these for any particular reason. Essentially what I'm doing today is I'm going through and I'm just posting videos to Facebook, some of the old updates, and to my to my YouTube archive here, and and thought, well, maybe I'll just film a couple of videos of myself just kind of reflecting and have them here as almost hidden content for if anybody ends up going through these archives. So anyway, so like I said, so these are not going to be your standard updates, and yeah, just join me here for a little bit if you would, and we'll talk a little bit about some of the extended family histories. So and kind of continuing from where we left in the previous video that was like this, and Mom has, in this particular corner, when my parents were still able to come to visit before Dad had his stroke, Mom had all sorts of little things for herself set up over here. This was kind of the area where when they would come over, it'd be kind of like her base of operations. She would kind of sit here, her computer, like here, and then kind of things she liked here in the background. And yeah. Moving the camera up a little bit. A couple of things back here. We've got couple of other family pictures here. This one, this is from Puerto Vallarta. As part of one of the cruises that we took, we went on a shore excursion called Rhythms of the Night that hopefully they still offer it. It's really super cool. And it's in the evening, and it's like a dinner show. But you have to spend like an hour. It's like an hour boat ride from where the ship is over to where this coastal restaurant. And this is part of the what you see in the background is part of the show stage from this Rhythms of the Night thing, and a couple of the performers from the night that we were there. I believe that this was in approximately 2012, give or take. We actually we actually booked Rhythms, went on Rhythms of the Night 3 times, and experienced the whole thing twice. One of the 3 times, as a matter of fact, the first time, I believe, the boat that's supposed to take you over to where the dinner is breaks down in the middle of the bay in Puerto Vallarta. And not going to be editing pictures into this particular video, but yeah, then they had to send out a rescue boat to come and take us back to the shore. And that is where the deluge of rain began, and it just freaking dumped, like a couple of inches in an hour type of just dumping. But anyway, the other 2 times that we went, we did that Rhythms of the Night thing, it was amazing. But anyway, let's see. Back here. This is Mom and Dad and I, and I believe this is Kona in 2004, I believe. I could be wrong about that, but that's what I think. And left the price tag on this frame, by the way. But this was in Chicago. About 6 or 7 months before Dad had his stroke. It's one of the towers in Chicago, the observation deck up there. Dad at this point was already in his early 80s, so, you know, not the perfect posture anymore, but obviously still out and about. We did a couple more trips actually after that one, before the stroke. Let's see, that one I think nobody wouldn't be able to see. This is one of these little painted wood things. Kind of neat. And again, sorry, the ring light is getting in the way, but so be it. Anyway, this thing is one of those painted wood things that some like artisans sell at like cruise ports and various other places. And kind of neat about this, I was actually working on this ship at the time that they bought this. They had come and sailed on a couple of sailings of the ship that I was working on. And we actually, this was the first leg of what I called a partial world cruise. We were running like a 5-segment thing where if you were on for all 5 segments, and like 75 people were, they could have sailed with us all the way from Fort Lauderdale, through the Panama Canal, over to Hawaii, down through the South Pacific, over to Sydney, and then up to Singapore, and then all the way up to Hong Kong. Mom and Dad were on that for the first 2 segments, from Fort Lauderdale to Honolulu. And so as we were in Costa Rica, they purchased one of those things of wood, and again, it had the ship that I was working on at the time. Let's see. My mom loves France. couple of these albums from down there that I've already kind of pulled up here for us to look at. In one of the earlier, in one of my other updates, I mentioned that I found these, and were these antler things that Dad would love to screw around with. Found those kind of in the same general area while I was looking around. And I said that Dad would like to wear these things. And screw around. That was a thing. See those? And here is Mom. Those antlers, and look at those shorts. Ah. And yes, Dad is deliberately being ridiculous. That's just how he was. And the thing about this was in 2002. Now, see this? What he's holding here? See, that looks like a calendar. A Britney Spears calendar, to be specific. So, Dad, about the time that I was in high school, which was about this time, started making this big joke about Britney Spears. Basically, because, you know, she was really a pop icon at the time. It's just constant jokes about where he was just kind of mocking the craze about her at the time, with this overly enthusiastic "Let's go, Britney" act. And I was digging around not too long ago and stumbled upon in a box of random crap that we have. This is a Britney Spears calendar from 2002. Now, mind you, not the same one. When I saw that picture, I went to go see if it was the same one. It's not the same one, but it's the same. Probably the next year's version. That one that you saw in that picture probably was intended to replace this in the ridiculous Britney Spears thing that Dad used to do. Good grief. I mentioned that Dad did a lot of running, and they would go to a lot of these places that would have like these little community races and stuff. And like here's one. And not only did you get to participate in some race, you could also get a picture with a grocery store mascot. Like that. And and here's exactly how he'd like you to remember him. And no, he would not at all be embarrassed by my showing you that. I am more embarrassed by my showing you how I dressed back in like 2002 than he would be about my showing you that. Alright, well, thanks for joining me on this. It's Hope it's been kind of entertaining at least. Just kind of riffing back on some like family pictures and memories that we've got here. So with that, I'm pretty satisfied that I've now got a update for March the 3rd, which I'm going to post this as such, and very few people are actually going to see this one, so if you did, hope you enjoy some almost secret content here on this channel. Ciao for now, everyone. Have a great day.